There are 10 girl names and 10 boy names that were used 10 times in 2023 in the United States. We'll start with the girl names because they had better options to choose from to make this list. So Aloria was the first one, A-L-O-R-I-A. So if you like Alora, but you're like, I want a little more pizzazz, a little more frill, Aloria. The second one was Ambrose. This one's a lot more common as a boy's name. I think it works great as a gender neutral option though, and since it ends with like the Rose, you could do like Rosie as a nickname. Bryony, if you follow me, you know I love Bryony. This one is just so good to me. Caprice, I think this one sounds very classy and elegant. It ranked a single time in 1966. Cisne, this is a Spanish word. It means swan. Fun fact about me, I always butcher the pronunciation of Spanish words and names no matter how hard I try. I promise it sounds so much prettier when it's said the way it should be. Fauna, one of my favorite names for my yearbook collection is Fauna Faye. That's her first and middle name. Fauna always has like such a warm place in my heart because of her. Odilia, I always offer this as an alternative for people who like the name Ottilie but hate the way Americans say Ottilie. Olivet is one of my favorite underrated last names with the first name. Saga is such a cool Nordic name. I've got a lot of them in my collection of yearbooks because I just happened to collect it from an area where there was a lot of Nordic immigration. And then the final one for girls is the Irish name Sinead. For boys, the first name one is Alva. That was Thomas Edison's middle name. Bates is a good last name as a first name, and it also is one of those cool names ending with the letter S that I know a lot of people are after right now. Butch made this list because it's so funny to me to think of like 10 tiny little baby Butches roaming around. I feel like Butch is the name of somebody who just spawned as like a 55-year-old. Clover. I am a huge advocate for nature names just being gender neutral. I love the idea of a little boy named Clover. Cosma, I think sounds so cool. If you like Cosmo, but it was kind of like ruined for you by the Fairly Odd Parents, Cosma, very similar. The only place that this currently ranks is Brazil. Faustino, this is a name, it means lucky. It actually ranked in the United States just a few times in the 1920s and then once in the 1930s. Another name that seems like it spawns like a middle-aged man, Gunther. So there are 10 baby Gunthers that were born last year. Juno, but spelled like the capital city of Alaska, not like the catchy little song in The Roman Goddess. Sabino, this one made the list. I'm a huge fan of Sabine and Sabina as feminine names. And finally, to round out Butch and Gunther, we've got Topher. All right, there we've got the 10 names used 10 times for each girls and boys. I would love to know what you think of these ones. Whenever I'm going down to like the ones that were hardly used at all in any given years, it's hard to find ones that I feel like are going to be well received broadly, but I do think some of these were really good, like nice little hidden gems.